Man, I am craving a chicken sandwich. Stick around, let's see if we can make one. Yeah, like I said, in a previous life, I used to run down to the fast food joint and get me a spicy chicken sandwich, preferably Wendy's or Chick-fil-A. But this week, I'm trying to see if I can make that at home. So let's get busy. Let's look at the ingredients. This is a 2-for-1 deal. You're gonna learn how to make a bun and a chicken patty if everything goes right. Come on. All right, let's talk about the ingredients for the Wonder Bread chaffles. This is so simple and so easy, and it makes it more like a kind of a bun texture to me than the other brand or the other types of chaffles. But the ingredients are real simple. 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Now I don't use coconut flour often. I have tried it with almond, but I like the texture of it just a little better with coconut flour. I've got 1/4 cup of mayo. Use the brand of your choice. There's plenty out there to choose from. Chosen is a good brand to use for keto. Also 1/4 cup of water, a dash of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And pretty simple. This one's just we're going to throw everything in here together. And it's important to add water because coconut flour absorbs a lot of the moisture of other ingredients. So the water is important in this one. And it's going to seem a little bit soupier than most chaffle recipes, which is fine because it will firm up. And then and also this is enough for at least 8 chaffles. And the reason I do that is I make it for food prep. You can do some math and reduce this recipe if you'd like. But it's simple. And all we're going to do is just kind of mix this up in the bowl. Nothing hard about it. Oh yeah, the last ingredient is 4 eggs. So don't forget the eggs like I just did, but these eggs go in the mixture to mix up. So I've got it all poured in there. And then we're just going to mix them all up. I was sitting there thinking, man, that's supposed to be thinner than this. But anyway, we're going to mix it up real quick. And it will be thin, a thinner consistency. And while we're doing this, I'd just like to invite you to subscribe and like and all that good stuff to the channel. I appreciate that. Helps the channel grow and helps more people know about how to cook keto stuff. And good grief, if I can do it, I know you can do it, and your friends can do it. So let them know about it. So yep, that's getting pretty soupy. I'm going to whisk it just a little bit more. All right, that's, like I said, that's real soupy. But the trick is using 1/4 cup, measuring cup, and just scoop out. And that works great for a Dash waffle maker. And for that waffle maker, there's a link in the description. I love mine. You don't have to use the one I have. You don't have to click on that link. I'm just showing you the one that I like. And if you do click on it, it is an affiliate link. But I use the one with 4 because I promise you time is money. And you're going to save some time doing 4 at a time. All right, let's get them going here. Got my chaffle maker warmed up. Got it sprayed. And the way to go about doing this, and I think this is the easiest way, is just get you 1/4 cup here and pour it right in the thing. Kind of hard to do and film at the same time, but about 1/4 cup in each one of these. So let's get that going and we'll have some chaffles. Okay, these have been cooking for about 3 minutes. I'm going to lift the lid up carefully and look. Yep, those look about done to me. And nice and a little brown. You don't want them too toasty, but and a trick I use is a little skewer. And what I'll do is I'll come in from the side and just pick them up like a popsicle, like that right there, and put them on a cooling rack. So I'm going to do that, use them both hands, and get back with you in a second. All right, now let's talk about these simple ingredients for the chicken patty. We've got 3/4 cup of cheddar. We've got 1 egg. We've got 1 can of chicken. And use whatever kind you like. Just get the big can, usually about 10 ounces of chicken. I've got pepper to taste. That's about 1/4 teaspoon for me. And about 1 cup or 2 of your favorite pork rinds crumbled up there. You can get some that's already crushed. They're fine. Or you can make your own in a food processor. but that's going to make the breading for the chicken. So let's move on and put it all together. It's real simple, just what, 3-4 ingredients. But we're going to add everything together here. Now, I didn't add salt because there's salt in the canned chicken, but all we're going to do is just kind of get it shredded up. The chicken's already shredded, so we'll just kind of mix this up. That looks about right. And now it's real simple. We're going to, everything I do is simple, but so now all we're going to do is patty out some patties, and I want a nice size chicken patty, and so I'm going to go like this right here. It's not going to shrink up like a hamburger or anything like that. I'm trying to make 2 out of this batch. Just kind of get it loosely into a patty there, and I promise this will hold together in the end. So there's our nice patty. That's about the size of the chaffle, and what I'm going to do is just plop it onto the pork rinds here, just like that, and press down gently just to let it pick up a few. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing, and just try to keep it pressed right there, just enough to keep its form. All right, here they are in their happy little basket. We're going to go stick them in the fryer for about 10 minutes at 400 degrees and look at them and maybe flip them over for a few seconds so both sides get nice and brown. But we on our way. So they're in there doing their thing, looking good. We'll try them out here in just a minute. All right, only one thing left to do, and that's to put this thing together. This is a secret sauce. I can't tell you anything about it other than it's secret, and G Hughes makes it. How's that? No, it's not that big of a secret, but it is some G Hughes sauce that I like. You can use whatever kind you like. You can use some mayo. I'm going to put a little bit on both sides of the bun here. There's American cheese, and you can top yours however you like. I'm shooting for kind of a Wendy's thing going on, so I'm going to put this big old patty on. I made one big and one small. And then I've got some jalapeno pieces. I'm going to put a couple of those on. I've got some pickles. I'm going to put a couple of those on. And I've got some, let me put a little more of this sauce on this side here now. There we go. And I'm going to top it with some lettuce. And put the lid on it. And there we have a chicken sandwich. I can't wait to try it out. So that means it is taste test time. Now that there is a sandwich, and this is a nice size sandwich. Like I said, I didn't divide them completely in half. This one's a little bit bigger than the other one, but I can't wait to dig in and try this out. So the moment of truth, here we go. My friends, let me tell you, this is, first of all, it's going to get me full, and it has a great texture, taste. That chaffle is just fluffy like a natural bun, man. And the cool thing about chaffles are all those little dimples in it. It really holds the sauce into place, so it's not just oozing out the back of the sandwich when you're trying to eat it. And I've tried to make mine a little spicy. I did use habanero cheese in mine. I know that's probably not your cup of tea, but and another tip is you can take and put just a little bit of pickle juice and mix it in with the chicken and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and it'll give it a good little flavor there as well. So yeah, this here is a simple recipe, only a few ingredients. Kind of, if you get to craving a chicken sandwich from Wendy's or Chick-fil-A or somewhere, I'm not saying it's either one of those, but I like it a lot. Simply because this is canned chicken versus a filet. But as far as flavor, man, you can jazz this up however you want to, put seasoning, hot stuff, whatever, but I give it a thumbs up. I like it, and I'm gonna finish eating it. Man, how easy was that? And the best part, 9 grams of carbs. That's it. Not 51 like Wendy's, 9. Plus, you're gonna be a lot fuller. You're not gonna need a side of fries or anything like that. But hey, give it a try, and while you're at it, go ahead and make up several of them, and you can throw them in the frying pan and reheat them, and they're just as good. So give it a try. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and until next time, may the Lord bless you.